Okay. Brand new game. So all this boring setup. I've never played any Witcher game before, but apparently this is a good one to get into.
Hungry, terrified, clutching your babes to your breast. Emperor Emir has marched his legions into our lands, laid siege to every fortress from here to the Blue Mountains. Rabid and ravenous, he bites and bites away. Men of the North, you stand at the precipice. Your kings have failed you, so now you turn to the gods. And yet you do not plead. You do not kneel to dust your heads with ash. Instead you wail, why have the gods forsaken us? We must look into the trials we failed long ago. In a time past, our world intertwined with another through an upheaval scholars call the conjunction of the spheres. The gods allowed unholy forces to slip into our domain. The offspring of that cataclysm was the nefarious force called magic. Yet we did not banish it, instead studying the vile arcane for our own power and wealth. And the monsters at our door, the unholy relics of this conjunction. The trolls, the corpse eaters, the werewolves. Did we raise our swords against them? Or have we laid this burden on others? On so-called witches. Stray children taught the ways of foul sorcery, their bodies mutated through blasphemous ritual. Sent to fight monsters, though they could not distinguish good from evil. The flicker of humanity, long extinguished within them. Yes, their numbers have dwindled through the years. But a few still roam our lands, offering their bloody work for coin. To this day, they shame us with their very existence. The North bleeds, flogged by war. The battles are the gods' whip, chastisement for our sins. And let us not forget the terrors, the scourges from beyond our world. The wild hunt rides the sky with every full moon. The Dark Raiders abduct our children into lands unknown. Some say they herald a second conjunction. Can we chart a course back into the light? Will we find the strength to banish the mages from our kingdoms? Unite around the warmth of the eternal fire. Nigh is the time of the sword and axe. None will fight this war in our stead. Nigh is the time of madness and disdain.
So that wasn't even the intro. Well, sort of was. Let's have a quick look through these buttons. These Witcher sensors. That's good, the quick access is a bit like Metal Gear Solid. Bit like Shadow of Mordor, the setup. That will do. New game. Begin. Happy to be challenged. Happy to be challenged. We'll go on that one. And yes. Yes. Because I've never played it, so. Well, it's a bit dead. That's one badass fucking crow. That was a pretty cool cutscene.
You know I don't find that amusing.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already.
Who the fuck takes a bath at
You promised Ciri
midday?
you'd train with her. Go before Vesemir bores her to death with those etchings.
So, later then.
See you later.
Oh, she got ready quick. Now I'm given to believe that that's his missus. I fucking hope so. Right, so use your Witcher senses to find the key to the bedroom door. Nice. Talk to her. Right, I'll talk to her.
See, I thought Ciri could stand to wait a little longer.
It's uninstructive, not to mention unreasonable.
I don't want to be reasonable.
Aha, so that's the way the wind blows. Go and train with her, then come back. It'll give me a chance to put my face on.
Of all the
Why did it fall
women,
off?
You're the only one who does that before.
You've known many.
What's it matter? Only ever thought of you.
Smooth as fuck. Right, holding L2. I'll put the fire back on, like. Highlighted objects. Gonna distinguish them, yeah, extinguish.
Got any clothes that aren't black or white?
Tune! Yeah, she's a Geordie man.
Nothing but silver.
Gold clashes with my complexion. You should know that.
Just going around putting all the bloody candles out.
You're running out of juice.
I know. You might bring me some more once you're done training.
Right, so that's where I need to go. Okay. That's what unlocks them but doesn't open them. Just want to see what his jump looked like.
Old Witcher's fast asleep. Ciri's disappeared somewhere, of course. Guess she prefers practice to theory.
Why?
Time to wake up, Master. These lessons so boring they put you to sleep too.
Damn it. After taking notes on ghouls and owl ghouls, wanted to rest my eyes a bit.
Making her slog through that brick? No wonder she took off.
Burn.
John of Bruges lacks flair, true, but he's reliable. Not like the hogwash they print nowadays. She's tackling the pendulums, right? How many times do I have to tell her? Don't train alone. It only embeds your errors. Bring our young damsel to the lower courtyard. She wants to practice, she'll get to practice.
Don't get mad at her.
Why the hell not? The whippersnapper refuses to do as she's told.
You like that about her.
Fine. I suppose I'm partly to blame. But this has to end. Now. Killing monsters is not something to be taken lightly. Ciri must understand that, if she's to become one of us. I'll see you below.
Wrong.
Now I see why you were so eager to practice. Strike. You're not in this circus. Pirouette. Wrong. Footwork. Enough. Get down.
With a flip?
What do you think? All right. Take off the blindfold.
That was nice.
Work to do. Your reflexes are still slow.
Maybe for a witcher.
Think drowners or striggers will go easy on you because you haven't undergone the mutations? Though in your shoes, I'd fear Vesemir more than any strigger. Disobeying his instructions? Unwise.
Well, yes, but that book was horribly dull.
I know. And you know that's no excuse.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
I would say American and she's British.
Better not. Vesemir said if it does, he'll make you eat a bowl of slugs covered in salt.
You!
Exactly. So you'd best behave. Come on. We'll practice with the others down below.
Shall we run the walls?
Of course. This a Witcher school or an elven bathhouse?
That's some kind of lethal smack talk, like. Oh. For some reason I'm just expecting this bit to be like Assassin's Creed.
About breathing through your mouth, in rhythm with your steps. Siri, cut it out.
Not used to this like gameplay at all. Well, I don't know where to go now.
Run into trouble? Should I turn back and help you?
Oh fuck.
Win.
Your legs are longer. I'll show you yet. Just need to grow a bit.
Well, I'm in a bit of a predicament here because I'm pretty sure if I drop down I'll die. Unless I can... No. Oh, survived, thank God.
Oh no. Vesemir's got that look.
What did you expect?
It feels a tad unresponsive actually, the movement. Very slightly.
Anything to say for yourself, young lady?
I'm very sorry, Uncle Vesemir.
Young blood craves action, I understand that. But when you fight a beast, knowledge counts as much as your silver sword. At the very least, you ought to be able to tell a ghoul from an owl ghoul.
By markings, like unto the Panthera tigris that in Zerrikania dwells, and by the sickly paleness of its visage.
So you did read the chapter. Still, you should have asked if...
But you were asleep, Uncle Vesemir.
Don't try to weasel your way out of this.
A witcher must know how to trick his opponent. You said so yourself.
Might have. But don't use my words of wisdom on Vesemir, got it? That's playing with fire.
Fine, we've talked enough. Geralt, you're with me, Lambert with Eskel, Ciri with the dummy.
Again?
Stop groaning and grab a sword. What do you think? Should we start by reviewing the fundamentals or go right to free training?
Fundamentals.
Even skilled masters need to hone the fundamentals, and Ciri's barely a novice.
Witches must be prepared to fight foes of all kinds, be they plate-clad knights, ethereal wraiths, or bone-crushing giants. To match the strengths and exploit the weaknesses of different enemies, witches need to use a variety of weapons and combat techniques. The core tools of their trade are swords, one steel for fighting humans and non-humans, the other silver for slaying monsters. Makes sense. Witches have also mastered a simple form of combat magic. These signs are not as powerful as spells wielded by mages, but they can cast very quickly with simple one-handed gestures, making them quite useful in the heat of combat. Witches are also adept in basic alchemy. They can brew powerful potions, blade oils and bombs, all of which give them a keen advantage. Right. So I'd need a steel sword against him. Just press R3 to select a target. Right.
Quick cuts. 1, 2, 3. Strong strikes now. Give it all you got. Never lock your elbow when striking.
In case anybody's wondering why I'm doing this, it's just because I've never played the Witcher games before. Ah, okay. That's cool.
Parry. Ciri, see how Geralt holds his sword, its angle?
What am I supposed to parry? I'm fighting a stupid dummy.
Pretend now, live later. Riposte!
Seems quite a nice combat system.
Counter-strike.
Right. I imagine this is much tougher in the actual game.
Now, young lady, to bring the day to a close, we'll go over a few witches' signs. Let's start with Quen.
So we've got Ard, Axii, Igni, Quen, Eoden, I think.
Ciri, Quen is sometimes called the Witcher's Shield. Now watch carefully to see why.
Ah, that's cool.
Cast Igni, Geralt. I want to see sparks fly.
Igni.
See? If not for the Quen sign, I'd be aflame. Alright, Geralt. Come on! Damn it! See that, Ciri? Ard will knock it.
Right, so that knocks people back, even though it seems to be glitching a bit.
Time for Axii. Damn it. I hate this feeling. Ugh. Axii can really muddle your mind.
Alright. Stun.
Erden now. Show her, Geralt. See this, Ciri? Couldn't move if I wanted.
Alright.
Throw a bomb. Don't worry, Ciri. Quen will dampen the blow. Ciri, 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 Quen will dampen the blow. C
I don't even think she's watching. There we go.
This'll be quick and painless.
Fine. Enough. Continue training at will.
Damn it.
I'm trying to sheath my weapon. He's just brain us.
Whoa! You really showed him, kid.
Ciri, get down here.
A little she-devil. Soon as she's back, we'll set her to polishing all the swords at Kaer Morhen.
Find that helmet?
That sounded a bit dirty.
Ciri? I'll make sure to find every last blade for you.
I can have a bit of fun here.
What that?
Ciri, call me Geralt. No. Call me Geralt.
You would like me to call you Geralt?
Yes.
Okay, Geralt. What's next?
Aviana will take this, and then White Wolf.
No!
Well, that was a bit trippy.
You all right?
Had a nightmare.
About?
Take forever to explain.
Dawn's some way off. We've got time.
Started in the guest room at Kaer Morhen. I was relaxing in the tub, and next to me,
Triss?
Yennefer. Funny, isn't it? She's never been there. Seemed so real in my dream, though.
Was she nagging you about something?
No.
True to life, indeed. We'll find her.
In the dream, I went and found Ciri. Then we trained.
Those were the days. Little she-devil. I've trained kids who were faster, stronger, but none had her character. Didn't end well, did it? Your dream?
No. A wild hunt appeared, attacked Ciri. I couldn't move, stood there like a stump.
It was just a dream.
That's the problem. It was more. In the past, when Ciri'd appear in my dreams, something was wrong. She was in danger.
We taught her how to defend herself from anything, wraiths included.
Be dawning soon. Time to go.
Wait. Show me the letter from Yennefer. Might have overlooked some hint in there.
Didn't overlook anything. We were meant to meet in Willoughby. That's what she wrote. Meanwhile, one army or another burned the village to the ground. All we can do is follow her trail, so...
Stop talking for a minute and give me the letter. Ah, how about that? It does smell of lilac and gooseberries.
You were gonna read it, not sniff it.
We must meet soon. Willoughby near Vizima. Nothing else to guide us there. What's this postscript? I still have the unicorn?
That's private. Very private.
I didn't know what the unicorn was, but judging by that other option there, I'll keep that private.
Entirely, but perhaps that's for the best.
Back on topic. How's it look? How far behind Yennefer are we?
2 or 3 days. Trail's fresh, but it looks like it leads towards the main road. Could be muddled there. Wait, hear that?
I hear it. I smell it. Ghouls.
Oh, bit of combat. Life on the continent and in the Skellige Isles is nasty, brutish and short. War lays waste to the land, and those it spares live in fear of the countless monsters lurking outside every town and village. Monsters are shown with a silver health bar above their heads, indicating that you should fight them with your silver sword. Jesus Christ. Sort of a battle with ghouls, what did most damage to us was me horse gun off it. Certain opponents generates adrenaline points. Certain abilities you can acquire allow you to perform special attacks that require and consume adrenaline points. Your adrenaline points slowly decline when you are not engaged in combat. That's just like a simple power-up meter.
Necrophages follow. Let's go before any more show up.
You can regenerate vitality by eating or drinking, I'm guessing that's your health, or by meditating for at least 1 hour. Note, while playing on Blood and Broken Bones and Deathmarch difficulty levels, meditation does not regenerate vitality, right. Food and drink can be placed in your consumable slots for quick use during combat. You have some food equipped in your upper consumable slot. Press up now to eat it, and regenerate a portion of your vitality. Not that much of it, like.
Ever tell you about this sorcerer I knew? Couldn't stop talking about how useful they are as creatures.
Witchers spend most of their time on the road in search of their next contract. They must trek across wide valleys, climb over mountain peaks and trudge through thick bogs. Luckily, Geralt can always count on his horse, Roach, to help him in his travels. To have Roach come to you, double press L3.
Because you can brew potions from their blood?
No, because by eating rotting corpses they prevent epidemics.
Did he know they eat the living as well?
No. Really upset him too. His theory collapsed.
War's not exactly going our way.
We have a side.
Oh.
The Northern Realms.
Radovid's realms, don't you mean? Temeria and Edirn are no more.
Radovid's pledged to restore the old borders as soon as he wins the war.
Believe that?
Gotta believe something. That's what keeps us going. We going?
Was a griffin gone mad here? It doesn't want to leave its base.
Has it gone?
Yeah. Come out.
Gods, that was close. I was sure I'd end up like my mare.
Provided you got lucky.
Your horse died quickly, but griffins like to toy with their prey. Eat it, alive, piece by piece.
Oh. You'd like a reward, I suppose.
You don't owe us anything. You were in need. We helped.
And they call witches heartless. Say they won't lift a finger without pay.
They also say mice are born of rotting straw.
Do they?
Back to the trail.
Like I said, leads to the main road and ends there, muddled.
You seek someone?
What's it to you?
Well, you see, there's an inn here in White Orchard. Sole one around. Gets its share of travelers. Perhaps you'll learn something there? Besides, the innkeep's my cousin. Tell her Bram sent you. She'll treat you like family.
Not a bad idea. Especially since that wound needs cleaning.
Beast barely grazed me. But sure, could use a good rye. Nice and cool, you know, straight from a cellar.
Let's go.
Nah, you're just interested in the beer. Let's have a look at this then. That's if I meditate. I wonder if that's the equivalent to waiting on Oblivion. So if I have a look at this. Griffins. They're pretty badass, I suppose. Vulnerable against grape shot bombs, hybrid oil, and ard. Good to know. I don't know if it would be better if, or I don't know if it would be too long if you had to research them types of things. I'm not entirely sure how you'd research it as such, but like maybe you could find out of townspeople or something like that, as opposed to already having all the information. I suppose he is a Witcher, so he'd know. And this is Witcher 3, maybe in Witcher 1 you did have to do that or something, I don't know. What's that? Necrophages. Ghouls vulnerable against necrophage oil. Makes sense. Ghouls and graviers are hard to describe. In part, they resemble humans, yet on the whole, they are the utter negation of all that is human. They have arms and legs like men, they walk on all fours like dogs or badgers. Though they have eerily familiar faces, one searches them in vain for any sign of sentiment, reason, or even a spark of consciousness. They are driven by one thing and one thing only, an insatiable craving for human flesh. I'll not get into them yet. Let's continue on. straight out of Red Dead.
So, a griffin this close to the village? Strange.
My thoughts exactly. In a forest of the mountain, sure, but here? Near the main road.
Maybe it's the war. Corpses everywhere, the stench of blood, burnt flesh. Drives monsters crazy sometimes.
Men, too. We need to watch ourselves in White Orchard. Then we should leave as soon as we learn anything.
You are leaving a village. Don't disturb the peace. Remember, town guards and hired watchmen won't tolerate theft and also won't look kindly on you accosting others. Local residents often erect notice boards near settlements such as villages and cities. These are marked by that on your map. Examine them to learn about contracts, work for witches and local happenings. Oh. Overshot the runway a bit there. It has to be a cutscene. Be a bit weird if that was just dismounting your horse. Which way you going? Fucking savage.
What? Take that down before there's trouble.
That is a coat of arms, the Temerian lilies. They've a right to hang there.
This ain't Temeria no more, old man. It's Nilfgaard now.
My arse it is.
Witches?
Pretty badass that they're instantly recognisable.
Beg your pardon for those thugs.
No need. We're used to it.
Folk are jumpy round here. Armies just passed through. Now a griffin's prowling about.
Already had the pleasure. Ran into your kinsman, Bram.
Bram? How is he?
Alive. Sends his regards.
Master Witches. Food and drink on the house. What can I get you?
Okay. Start at the bottom.
Is there a contract on that griffin?
Nay, not at the moment. Used to be. Soon as a beast had built a nest nearby, the alderman would start a collection, or go to the Lord for help. Now the alderman don't use the privy without asking the Black One's permission first. And seems they hanged the Lord. So no contract.
Shame. We might have done something, but not for free.
Pretty busy place you got.
Nations on the move. Some search for kin, others just want to get out of the way of the armies. They all need food, drink, and a night's rest in warmth.
So, war's been good for your trade?
Aye, so far. But it'd be best to know peace again. Times like these, you never know what tomorrow will bring.
Show me what you got behind the counter.
Let's have a look. Right, so that's what she's got. And this is what I've got, I think. Yeah. What's this? Oh, Gwent card. I've heard about Gwent. Apparently it's a really interesting minigame. I heard from Gopher and Gopher's vids. Apparently it's quite interesting, but I'll get into that at some point. Right, alchemy ingredients. I know nothing about alchemy yet. More and more. Food and drink, water. Don't even have any money. 250. Cow's milk. Apple, baked apple. Potato bread, cheese. Just all food and drink in it. Alchemy ingredient. Right, I'll not buy anything for now.
Looking for a woman. Raven-haired, violet eyes, dresses in black and white. Riding in from Willoughby. And, strange as it sounds, lilac and gooseberries. Might have smelled that.
I've not seen nor smelt such a lady. Believe I'd remember.
Yeah, especially hard to forget this one.
Plenty of travellers about, though. Folk from all over. Might be worth your while to ask after her.
Just give us a second there, I'm just advertising this stream again. On Twitter. Witcher 3. Witcher Wild Hunt. PS4. Right. Dive options map, right, okay. Plenty of tales about the folk from all over, Mike. Right, okay.
Thanks for everything.
So I've got to ask people where Yennefer is, or if they've seen Yennefer.
Help you bandage that up?
Please. I'm not decrepit yet.
Then I'll ask about Yennefer.
Mm-hmm. Just remember, we'd rather not draw any attention.
Right, so don't draw attention.
Let them measure. Better that than burning the harvest.
Drommel, you're dumber than a headless cockerel. Why are they marking out them lines, eh? Parcel out their patrimony. Give it to their own.
I like how the text goes above people's heads.
Yes? What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun?
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Looks quite spry.
See you later, Vesemir.
Just talk to these peasants.
And we seek some peace and quiet.
Out of my face, freak. For your breath sours my beer.
That's pretty cool.
Just want to talk.
You deaf, Stray. No one here.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Stick that mangy snout of yours in a trough with the pigs.
Show that shit-eater, Micah.
Wait.
Woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind!
Uh-huh. And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Aye, sit down, mate. That was fun. Cheers, lads. Is that locked? Yeah. Whack the Witcher sensors on, see what comes up. Not much.
Something else you'll be needing.
Nilfgaardian rule to your liking?
What's there to like? Tis the same as any other. They tax us, requisition this or that. But they do keep the peace in the village, I'll grant them that.
You don't mourn Temeria's passing?
I mourned it round half a year back, when King Foltest was cut down. Now I just want peace.
Farewell.
Sorry, love. Let's have a look over here.
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
Got a minute?
Why not? Aldert Geert, Assistant Professor in Contemporary History at Oxenfurt Academy.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher with tenure. I'm looking for a woman. Long hair, dressed in black and white. Seen anyone like that?
Of course not! Unlike the populace, I know the horsewoman of war is pure poppycock.
Horsewoman of war? What's that about?
Folks say an omen. A beautiful phantom rides the fields at night, looks as you described her. Armies follow her, and all who cross her path meet with misfortune.
I can vouch for the last bit. Know where they saw her?
No, facts interest me, not fairy tales.
Not a place I'd ever expect to find a scholar. Take it you're fleeing the war?
Quite the opposite. Chasing it. I'm headed for the front.
Tired of life?
I seek knowledge, which I value more than life itself. I've a thirst no dusty old tomes can quench. I wish to see the Nilfgaardian invasion with my own eyes, understand it, and record it all in my chronicle, my magnum opus.
That was a weird shot.
Interesting. We need somebody to describe war, what it's really like. Not colorful banners and generals making moving speeches, but rape, violence, and thoughtless cruelty.
Ah, I see you lack the polish of the Academy. Rape and cruelty are details of no import to the war's course. Trinkets on the garment of conflict, one might say.
Tell that to the people whose houses burned down. War reached Novigrad yet?
Nope, but it's only a matter of time. Nilfgaard on one bank, Redania on the other. Drooling over the city like dogs over a juicy bone.
We choked on that bone.
True. We value our liberty in Novigrad, and we know how to fight for it.
The scholars especially.
The sword is not the only weapon. Do not forget, architects from our academy designed the city walls. Walls no war machine has ever crumbled.
Gotta go. So long.
A moment, Witcher. You strike me as a man of the world. Are you familiar with Gwent?
No, and I don't have time to learn.
But the rules are quite simple. Come, let's play.
Ah, well, then we'll give it a shot.
Why not?
Splendid. Here's how it's done.
An ancient dwarven card game that simulates the clash of two armies in battle. The players are generals and the cards are their forces. Right. I will go first. To begin, you draw 10 cards. This will be your hand for the rest of the match. You will not draw any more cards, so use these wisely. It's a bit like Pokemon, to be honest. Right, morale boost adds +1 to units. And this is a unit card. The number in the upper left corner indicates its strength. Alright, the 1, yeah. When placed on the battlefield, this value is added to the total strength of the player who placed it. Okay. Combat roll. Close combat rates. Okay. Special abilities. Okay. Weather cards reduce the strength of all cards of a given type on the battlefield, including your own. Interesting. At the start of each game, you can select up to 2 cards to discard and redraw. But let's skip that for now and go straight to playing. Okay. Okay. 1 card on the battlefield or pass, right. Each deck has a leader. The leader grants you a special ability which can only be used once during battle. Trigger the special ability at any point by pressing square. Press X to save the card, right. What's my guy's special ability though? Got no idea. Right, well, you'd think put him on. Number on the left by your icon shows the current total strength of your units. Number on the right shows the total strength for that row. Okay. Both values are updated when a card is played. At the end of the round, the player with the highest total strength wins. Fair enough. During your turn, you can pass by holding down triangle. Once you pass, you cannot play any more cards during that round. Your opponent can continue playing cards until he or she passes as well. You should pass when you are confident you can win with the units you already have in play, or to let your opponent win and save your cards for the next round. A round ends once both players have passed. The players then compare the total strength of their units to determine the winner. All cards on the battlefield are discarded and both players' total strength is reset to 0. Well, I'd best put a ranger on. It's like a combination of Pokemon and Texas Hold'em or something. Like 6, so I'll get him on as well. He loves these rangers, doesn't he? What does that do? Strength of all siege combat cards to 1. Okay. Close combat to 1. None of these have special abilities. Oh shit. Okay then. I'd best put on a good swordsman. So he's going for all siege then, by the looks of it. Well, it's pointless playing any other cards, so I may as well pass.